Welcome to How to Do Everything, the complete guidebook to the human experience. My name is Tommy Dasilo. I am your host, and today on the show, CHLOE MADDREN is going to teach us how to steal your parents' car to get a route. Patreon.com/howtodoeverything is where you can go if you would like to support the show. You get a bonus episode every week. There's also a monthly show on there where I play music and I chat in between the songs. It's greatly appreciated by me. And look, if you can't afford to chip in, maybe think about getting on one of the podcast apps and leaving a little review on there. Every little bit helps get the word out, and it's greatly appreciated by me. But today on the show, CHLOE MADDREN. You might know her from her wonderful podcast, The Friend Request. She also has a special out called Hot Girl Stuff, which we get into a little bit. She was nice enough to have me on her show while I was in Sydney, and then nice enough to let me record this on her Pillow Fort set, which you'll be able to see if you're watching the video of this on YouTube. This was a wonderful chat. CHLOE is such a delightful person to be around. So let's get into it. How to do everything with CHLOE MADDREN.
I will say in my defense, I say half an hour because I'm always 10 or 15 minutes late.
Oh, sure.
And so it actually only takes 15 minutes. And that includes me getting your drink of water and getting changed usually. Yeah.
Well, drink of water I haven't touched yet, so that was a waste of time.
Fuck.
And getting changed happened after I got here at 4:30.
Oh, don't sell me out.
You did. I think, did you mention something? Someone recently in doing the show mentioned something in advance about like being bad with time. Yeah. And you just love it when someone puts that out there, because then you're like, if you're running late, you're like, oh, no harm done. You know what I mean? Someone who's like, I'm always late. Then if you're late to meet them, you're like, what a relief.
Oh, my God, totally. That's why it's one of the many reasons that I love my family, but they're all the fucking same. It's so nice. If we're going somewhere, I'm like, oh, it's fine. No one's going to be there.
Yeah.
Except my like very, very punctual brother.
I've got a friend who's like, if you're like 2 minutes late, he'll let you know it. He's a real stickler. He's like, it'll be like, we'll be meant to meet at whatever, 4:30, and it's 4:33, and he's in the group chat like, guys, where is everyone? It's like, yeah, man, we're just parking. It's like, well, we said we'd be here at 4:30.
Horrible.
You don't want to be that guy.
No, never.
I don't know if I'd enjoy or whether I'd go kind of crazy living in like, I've heard people talk about, I'm pretty sure it's like Sammy Shah has told me about like where he grew up. It's very much like a culture where just like everyone's late. Like people talk about like,
there's like island time and beach time and
all
that sort of
those
stuff.
kinds of places.
Yeah, that's pretty normal. What are you? Are you late?
What do you mean?
Like, today you weren't.
I'm pretty inconsistent.
Oh, really?
I'm really inconsistent. I'm either, I've got the ADHD thing of like, I'm either like an hour early or 10 minutes late. So I'll go through a stretch where I'm like continually late to things, and it really stresses me out. I hate that
terrifying.
feeling. And then I kind of course correct too far in the other direction.
Yep.
And then I have multiple meetings where I'm just like sitting at the restaurant like 45 minutes before the other person is meant to get there, just going like, I'm wasting my life.
Yeah. See, but I'm still out here planning to be places 45 minutes early because I've constantly got so much work I can do portably, that I'm like, I'm going to get there early. I'm going to do this thing. I'm going to do something. And it just doesn't work.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
I've had such a crazy history of flights, of like missing flights.
Oh, no.
Reading the time, like anything you can name.
Yep.
I've had it happen to me. And I haven't had any mishaps for a long, long time now.
Okay.
And including, I realized this last night, I think the last couple of times I've flown, I actually have cut it pretty fine.
Yeah.
And I've been in the taxi going, I've fucked this. This is it. I'm about to miss my first flight in whatever, 5 or 6 years.
Yep.
And then I've made it on time, which is the worst because then you don't learn any lesson.
Nope.
And last night we were in bed and Lauren was like, oh, what time are you going to set your alarm? And I'm like, oh, I'm going to set it for 8. And she goes, what time's the flight? And I said 10. And she's like, okay. And then she was like nearly asleep. I was asleep and she woke me up to be like, I can't stop thinking about this. You got to wake up earlier. I'm like, I'll wake up at 8. I'll just quickly pack. I'll leave at 8:30. It's like, aren't you meant to be there like an hour before? I'm like, yeah, I'll leave at 8:30. I'll get there at 9. She's like,
No,
it's
not
going to take
Melbourne.
long in Melbourne and in peak hour.
Yeah, it takes so fucking long to get there.
Yeah.
Oh my God. At least in Sydney, like I live 10 minutes away from the airport. It's beautiful. I can just roll out.
And I was like, all right, you win. I'll set my alarm for 7:30. And then, when I got there this morning, I was like, that was actually a really good call. Yep. I would have been losing my mind if I'd been sitting in traffic at,
oh, fuck.
8:30 in the morning.
Well done.
Yeah, thank you.
Jesus. It's very impressive. I'm pretty good at the flights now. I don't miss them. I think I've only ever missed one, but I just have no time at the airport. I'm walking with no haste, but I'm walking directly onto the plane and I fucking love it. I feel like the master of my universe.
I like being in the airport.
It is nice. It is. Yeah. It is. I romanticize it. I get melancholy and I will always write like a lot.
Oh, really?
I write so much.
You know what I was thinking about actually was because you'd said to me, feel free to like wear comfy clothes or pajamas. And then literally I got off the plane and there's that Peter Alexander like in the Sydney airport. Yes. And I was like, why isn't there a pajama store in like every airport? The number of times I've gone traveling where I'm like, God damn it, I've forgotten to bring my fucking pajamas.
Oh my God, you have pajamas?
What do you mean?
A lot of people don't have pajamas.
Yeah, I've got little jimmy jammies.
Really? What are they like?
They're like little kind of pants with like a kind of tartan print on them.
Cute.
And then just like whatever old T-shirt is in the rotation. It's a Dragon Ball one at the moment.
I love that. Love.
Yeah, we have my fiance's grandma every Christmas will send us Christmas. She lives in Perth. She'll post us Christmas-themed pajamas.
I love it.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so that ends up being the summer pajamas for a couple of months.
Yeah,
they get replaced every summer, so that's kind of cool. But I need a good new winter pair.
Okay,
but I mean,
it's exciting.
It's that is something that should just be at every airport. Every
agree.
airport should have an option for you to buy pajamas.
I think that honestly, there needs to be more clothes in every store, including like service stations and stuff. I want basics everywhere.
Yep.
PJs, stockings.
Yep.
Really important. Stockings should be a given. Underwear. You know?
Yeah, they've started throwing more clothes into the supermarkets, I've noticed.
Yes, which
and when
I love.
I first saw that, I was like, that's insane. But then the number of times I've been like, just a new pair of underwear would be great right about now.
What if you shit yourself at Woolies?
Exactly. Yeah, specifically at Woolies. Yeah. Have you actually?
I was a child.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, it's the only time I know of that I shat myself outside of being a baby.
Yeah, that's interesting. I've never had too much of an inventory of the places I shat myself in as a child.
Well, I mean, it's one place. It's not really.
Call my mum up and go, Mum, what are the big ones where you remember me shitting myself where I was a little kid?
Oh, I guess I wasn't that little because I fucking remember it, don't I?
You remember it happening? It's not just like anecdotally been told back to you?
No, I rember it happening. I think I was like 7 or 8 or something. I was very sick.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I remember shitting myself at SeaWorld when I was like, I would have been 7 or 8 or something. Yep. And just...
Were you sick or just excited?
No, just poor planning. just excited. Just like a kid running around SeaWorld.
That's fucked.
I don't want to go to the toilet.
Oh my God, that's fucked.
Yeah, it was that. It was that lesson, that age lesson of like, okay. It's not
so
always
good.
it's in your control up to a certain point. Mm-hmm. Like 90% of the way it's in your control. Mm-hmm. And then, but just the feeling of being like in such a public place and in your little bathers as well. Yeah. You're already so vulnerable. It was the worst.
Horrible.
It was the worst feeling.
I think I got way more control. Maybe this is something I've learnt. Too much control after that incident for me, because I then like became very afraid of shitting around
really?
People. But like I went to
the
school.
Woolworths created like a...
I think it must have been that. Or maybe also like I've never heard my mum fart, and I think that's a problem. Right. How
many people? No, I've never heard my mum fart that I know of.
Mum lied to me and said she got a procedure done so she doesn't do it. It's so and I believed her. I believed her.
What age were you when okay, 2 questions. What age were you when she was wheeling this one out? And then what age were you where you went, hang on a minute, something doesn't stack up here?
I was 22 or something when she said that one, because I realized that I'd never heard her fart.
Yeah.
And I texted her. I was like, Mum, do you fart? And she was like, no, honey. She said it so matter of fact, like, no, honey, I got a procedure done after your brother was born, so it doesn't happen anymore.
Oh my God. So okay.
I believed it for a bit.
Yeah. But, okay. But why were you in a group of people that were all talking about times they've heard their mum fart? I was imagine
with my sisters.
That's way more common to have not heard your mum fart than you would think.
Yeah, okay. Well, we I guess we didn't all have the same mums, but still we were talking about the same pool of mums.
Yep.
And we definitely heard the other mums fart. So yes.
Okay.
Yeah. It was like my mum was the weird outlier.
The weird outlier.
Yeah.
Right.
Anyway, I think that created maybe some shame around it.
That's so great. And so, yeah, how long? Because it's so, when you're a kid and you're like, you have something that like your parents have told you or that you've always thought or like whatever, and you wheel it out in a group and everyone goes, what are you talking about? Yeah. That moment where you're like, oh, not everyone does this, or I've like invented this fact or something.
Tommy, my little sister thought that you could blow out lights because my dad said, blow out the lights, kids, and we go,
that's cute.
But she thought it till she was like 20.
Yeah, see, that's because that's the thing, right? That's what like a big part of parenting is, right? It's like creating this like magic and like telling kids about like, that Santa Claus exists and that there's like the Tooth Fairy and the Easter Bunny and all this kind of stuff.
Okay.
You tell them that Santa Claus exists because he really does exist. Because he does exist.
He's a guy.
That's what I'm saying. You just you just tell them the truth. Yeah. You just say a thing because it's like going that that wall is black. Yeah. But so at a certain point, you create these things for a kid, and then at a certain point, like if you've never had the like discussion,
of course,
then.
That's why I'd be a bad parent, because I'd fucking do that shit all the time. I'd say, this is a teapot.
Yeah.
I'd fuck with it. It's like called gaslighting.
I'm scared about that for myself and my future child. I'm going to leave a lot of stupid bullshit rattling around in their head.
Yeah.
Because I just want to create a fun world.
It's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what other crazy lies did your parents tell you? Do you reckon when your mum sent that, do you think she thought that you would believe it, or do you think she thought, oh, I'm having a laugh here?
I think she thought that I knew that she was joking. Because she didn't feel the need to clarify. And I didn't know that she was joking. Sometimes she apparently has this thing that sometimes I can't tell if she is joking, and she is very dry and it's very funny. But sometimes I also think that she's not joking and she's actually being silly. Yeah. And I've caught her out, and then she goes, I was kidding, you fucking idiot. So it's... Look, just gaslighting constantly.
I would have, I wish that I could transport myself back to that time when you got that text message from her, and just interrogate, what's this procedure involved? What do they do?
Right? Well, I don't drink anymore, but I had been drinking at the time, and so I think that my,
Is that why you quit drinking?
Yes. I refuse to live in a world where I could possibly believe my mother doesn't fart.
Mum told me this and I believed it. That says it all. This is bad for me.
I was extra gullible, and I wasn't asking these follow-up questions. I was busy. I remember because I texted her while I was peeing and I had to go back out to hang out with the sisters, and like yelled from the bathroom, she doesn't fart, she had a procedure, and had to deal with that. So I didn't have time to ask questions.
And they all at the table were like, yeah, that adds up.
We were all shocked.
So they all bought it?
Yeah, I think so.
That's amazing.
Okay. I'll have to check with them. They might get yelled at.
I love your mum now. This is awesome.
Man, you would.
Yeah.
She's also a babe. It's really...
I've seen you talk about that on stage.
Yeah.
And then you posted a photo of her, and I was like... And she wasn't kidding.
Yeah, it's fucked up. It's fucked up. She's also like, I'm cautious to post photos of her or any of my family really, because I've occasionally had some people do some horrific things just because they feel entitled to, very, very small minority. But I'm cautious. But because she's trying to get into acting. Mm-hmm. So lately she's been very, no, post it. And I'm like, no, I'm scared.
She wants to be a Nepo mum.
She wants to be a Nepo mum, which I love. I love and I support and I want that for her, but I'm scared. I'm like, I don't want some of these guys creeping on you, girl. You're too hot.
Yeah.
Hot.
Because for people who don't know, so talk me, I might have some of the facts of this wrong, but talk me through this. So you have a special that you put out.
Yeah.
And where did you put it out?
OnlyFans?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you had
and Patreon.
So you put it on OnlyFans, and then you sent the link to the OnlyFans to like guys that had been like messaging you?
I went through how you kind of my blocked list. It was so arduous. It took multiple weeks, right? I went through my
computer overheated and blew up.
Yeah. I was so fucking sick of it. It's so funny. Some people have like criticized this, and there's so much discussion around the whole thing, and I'm going to get into it fully in my show this year, so that's fun.
Great.
But I will talk about it here. They better not find it. No, whatever. So many people are like, there's no way she had that many people that were harassing her. Like, yeah, sorry, of 200,000 followers, it's very easy to have a few hundred people.
Of course, yeah.
Out of that many people being fuckheads. So I went through the block list over weeks and unblock, check the DMs. Horrific? Yes, horrific. Here's the link. Horrific? Yes, horrific. Here's the link. Some people would say, oh, what is this? And I'd say hot girl stuff because that's the name of the special.
Sure, yeah, I was going to say, so you're just sending the link. You're not being like, hey, check this out. You're just just straight up, here's the link.
Yeah, hot girl stuff.
Great.
And then I had a couple people who messaged being like, hey, I heard that you're on OnlyFans and I was just wondering. But
word got out.
But they were really nice about it. And so I said, oh, no, it's not nudes. And like straight up just saying, no, I'm not trying to fucking dupe anyone. I am trying to say like, fuck you to the guys sending like horrific stuff.
Yeah.
Like crazy violent sexual harassment. And then I also posted it on my Instagram story being like, well, OnlyFans. And then immediate story afterwards, I said, it's hot girl stuff, like with the poster of my show, you know? So it was a little cheeky.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what I did.
Did you get much like response from like the creepy guys that you'd like messaged it to?
Yeah. 95% of the people who subscribed messaged on the OnlyFans or back into my messages with like, ha, 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 you got me. Lol, don't know what I expected. You're a comedian. A bunch of them wrote, I watched the special. It's pretty great.
I don't know what I was expecting. Oh, I know what you were expecting. I think I know what you were expecting.
I know exactly what you were expecting.
Yeah.
But also it's like, yeah, technically it is just for exclusive content. I did nothing illegal.
That's the funny thing about OnlyFans, right? Is that like, I mean, whatever, they're making a lot of money from being a platform, but I believe they were launched as just an equivalent to like Patreon, so they weren't like trying to be explicit. And like I've had them email me before being like, hey, why don't you put some stuff on here? It's not just for nudes and stuff. It's for all creators. I feel like they're kind of trying to get themselves out of this image of just being for that, and it's like, but just be that. They'd be making so much money as a company. Like, totally. Just make that your thing. It's fine.
But no, I'm here doing the Lord's work, helping OnlyFans. Look at their other audiences.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, what I find real fun about it is it's still up, and I still put like Patreon content on there sometimes, and there are still subscribers. It's like, there have been some people with some backlash on me doing this whole thing. They have made multiple YouTube videos about me. They're so angry. They're so angry.
Oh, no.
They're so angry.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay. That's what I'm going to be getting into in my show this year, which is really exciting because it's going to be like a really big...
A big old fuck you.
Yeah. But like a big platform. Like it's very exciting.
Yeah.
But... I'm like, how can you be even mad when it's so obvious that all of these people are staying? Like they're a retention customers. Like people want that. Also, when I posted the reel saying, hey, I put my comedy special on OnlyFans and sent it to all the guys who sexually harassed me, and that like did quite well on Instagram and stuff, more people signed up. Because they were like, that's so funny. I want to support you.
Yeah.
And so there's these people out here, they're like, she's a scam artist. And I'm like, why do people keep fucking signing up then, dude?
Yeah, it's not really a scam, I guess.
Could you guess?
Yeah. I don't know how you'd call it a scam.
If that's a scam, then hey, baby, call me a scammer.
Hey, if you're one of those guys in the DMs who wants to take Chloe to the ACCC, I thought I was going to see tits and I didn't see any if you want to be that guy that's happy to fucking sit in the court and have that argument, then knock yourself out.
It's $10, babe. Like, save up. Don't buy a coffee for 2 days.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So something that you highlighted in the pre-survey, thank you for filling out, by the way.
Of course.
I was kind of struck by like there's like multiple different things that you said that are all around like connecting with people and communicating with people. And so would you say that's like the main thing that you feel like is a strength of yours?
Yeah. I double checked with the family chat today because I have no memory of my own life, so I have to check in with them. I said, guys, what's the stuff I'm good at, bad at, whatever. I put the main 3 questions to them.
Yep.
And they all agreed. They think that I'm good at the people talking like this.
Yeah.
Very articulate, clearly.
Yeah, it's good. I mean, obviously you do a pod, and especially doing a pod like a one-on-one, right? Like that really teaches you a lot about like just chatting.
I mean, it's my favorite. I think one-on-one's where I thrive. Like in my friendships, I try to get everyone for a coffee, solo, just us. Like when the group starts getting a little too big, I think I fall back a bit.
I had a thing with a friend recently where we were both like really going through it.
Yeah.
And we spent like an entire day and a half just doing voice memos back and forth.
Yeah.
And at no point did either of us go, let's hop on the phone or let's meet up. Because I think we both did really want that benefit of time of like hearing the other person's thing, thinking about it for a little bit and then sending something back without that pressure of just kind of like hearing them say the thing and then you're like directly in front of it.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And you've got to answer straight away.
Yeah, there are definitely benefits to that. I prefer a voice message to a regular text, but I am a phone call girl.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I'm old like that.
I was on the phone to my mum when I got in the Uber today and it's just a bit of family drama stuff and it was not a heated call between me and her, but we were talking about some stuff that was like a little dramatic.
Yeah.
And I just kept thinking in my head, God, the driver must be fucking loving this. Just catching this as a snapshot.
Yeah.
Just imagining him there being like, sounds like it's all going on back there.
Oh my God. Yeah, that's a bit of fun. I go for a lot of walks. And so I like to use my walks as phone call time.
Yep.
And I do feel more connected. And I love my phone, but I hate it.
Yeah.
It scares me. There's so many fucking notifications and messages and there's so many different apps to do the talking. So the messaging, like I'll catch up to it. I usually honestly wait till my boyfriend's fallen asleep. It's the only time because I'm so, I find it, and I don't even put this onto other people, but I find it really rude being on the phone around other people.
Yeah.
And because
But that's 90% of what a relationship is.
Oh, man.
Mutual screen time.
Well,
silent screen time.
We don't do it a lot.
Maybe like legs kind of crossed over each other. So there's some physical contact there.
That's cute. We don't do it.
Both nonverbal, staring at the screen, staring at the old black mirror.
No, I can't be nonverbal. When I'm having time with my boyfriend, I am like, we can be nonverbal if I'm working and he's playing games.
Oh, yeah.
But I have to be working. If I'm not working, I'm like, up in his face saying, this is another thing I thought today. Yeah. And then this is another thought. And also I had a phone call with my sister and this is something that she thought yesterday. Yeah. I'm sharing everything.
You might appreciate this. That like early on in our relationship, I'm pretty sure it was before. Yeah, it must have been before we lived together. Lauren was over and she'd slept in. I'd got up. I was just like playing a video game and I didn't know she'd woken up and she came into where I was.
Yeah.
And she went, if you're going to be doing this, you're going to need to set me up with an activity.
I fucking love that.
I was like, yeah, I respect this. I respect this a lot.
Entirely. It's so necessary. I love it. I feel like she and I would get along quite well.
I do think so. Yeah. What do you think about this? I know that there's some people who will relate to this and then there'll be other people that hear this and go, ugh. But this is a recent development in her/our lives.
Yeah.
You know what she's gone down the route of?
What?
The adult colouring books.
Okay. Okay. Look, she's got to do what she's got to do and I don't want to judge her.
Not for you?
No. But I reckon it would be in about 6 months when I get really tired and I would just want to focus on something.
Yeah.
I can see the benefit.
It definitely does feel like a certain point of life kind of avenue. I mean, she was like, hey, this is so sad, but I'm thinking about getting into the colouring books. I'm like, go for it. And then, yeah, she got the book and then she got the special texters related. She'd gotten the wrong texters, sent them back, got the new ones sent. And this all happened, while I was away, but also on my Amazon account. So I'm just like getting all these notifications about refund process.
Yep.
More money going out. Collection, parcel received, parcel sent. Oh. I'm like, what's going on back there? What's happening?
Hey, at least she's not at the shops. Oh, no, we spoke about that on my podcast.
We had But we had a day at the pub where we just busted out the colouring book.
Yeah.
And it ruled.
Really?
It was so fun.
Okay, yeah, see, I can understand it. I love to bejewel things. My ADHD medication bottle is like perfectly bedazzled. I love
really?
it. Yeah, yeah. And like sewing and all of these things that are with your hands and just meditative, repetitive. I understand the appeal.
Yeah, I think, I mean, you were saying before you don't drink, so maybe this isn't a concern for you, but I mean, definitely like being a 38-year-old man, you just get to a point where you're like, I just need more hobbies that aren't drinking or gaming.
Yes.
Because I have a big hobby, but it's one that a lot of people look down their noses at.
Yeah.
Oh, you're into those video games.
They shouldn't. They're very, very entertaining.
Yeah.
I get it.
They're fun.
They're a lot, honestly.
They're puzzle solving.
They are.
They're good for the brain.
And there's a variety of them. They're social. Like there are some really great games, and people shouldn't do that to you. So
yeah.
But I feel you in that while I don't drink, I do smoke weed.
Oh yeah.
Well, vape weed because I'm cool. And I'm not a video game girly. I was when I was younger.
Yeah.
Heart can't handle it, but I love TV.
But your partner is.
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you're hitting the vape. You're just watching him.
No, I'm watching TV.
You're watching
I like
TV.
I like
yeah,
TV
that's
so
okay.
much.
You said you said your superpower is I'm really good at TV.
I'm so good at TV.
So
like
in what I'm bad at watching TV.
Really?
I'm on the phone. I'm just like
no. See, that pisses me off.
I know if I'm like if I like. So at the moment, I'm rewatching Industry.
Okay.
Lauren's never seen it, so she and like I kind of just burnt through it, and I kept saying, "You'd love this show. Do you want to? I'll go back to the start with you because I'm like 3 eps in," and she's like, "Oh," and I ended up watching the whole thing.
Yeah.
And then just recently, I've gone, "You've got to see it. Let's start it."
Yeah.
And so we've started it now.
You haven't seen any
and
of it.
I feel like I have license to be on the phone because I've seen it already. But last night we were watching it, and she was on her phone, and she just kept showing me listings of like dogs on Pet Rescue.
Yeah.
We have it. We're not looking for a second dog.
No, but sometimes you got to look.
She's just looking at the dogs that are out there.
They're cute.
But it's annoying because I'd seen the episode before and I know what's coming up. I'm like, you're about to miss a key plot point.
Oh, no, that would drive me insane.
Yeah. Yeah, Sriracha. Oh, he's really cute. Yeah.
Were you on the phone at the same time though?
Me?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
I was doing a little bit of it and then I felt like I was looking over at her and she was on the phone.
Yep.
And I was like, I'm getting ready to kick her ass about being on the phone.
So you need to put yours
down.
down.
I need to put my phone down.
Yep.
I need to have like a 5-minute window where I'm not on the phone.
Very smart.
I can't just be on it and be like, you get off your phone. I'm allowed to be on the phone because I've watched this already.
Yeah, no. Because that's not what it's about either. That's not, even if someone's watched it all, it's about experiencing together because I'm incredibly reactive. Vocally, something happens in a show, I'm going,
oh, yeah.
I'm going, whoa.
Yeah.
I'm freaking out.
You're like those people when there's a new horror movie out and they have the like night vision camera in the cinema.
I emote.
Yeah.
God. Yes, I went to drama school.
Yeah. No, it's fun. I mean, when I watch something by myself, I'm like, I'll be on the phone. I'll catch myself having been on the phone. Then I'm pausing the show. Then it's been paused for 45 minutes. But it's totally like watching something with someone. You give yourself that license to be a bit more like, oh my God, I can't believe Andy Cohen just asked them that. Where does he get the fucking stones?
I mean, I'm still yelling on my own as well.
Yeah, okay.
But if there is someone there, you feel kind of crazy if you're yelling about Andy Cohen and the other person's just sitting there silently or looking at their phone. And you're like, because not only am I reacting to the TV, I need a reaction to my reaction.
Yeah.
I live to be viewed.
Yeah. Yeah, there's certain things that happen on a show where like Lauren watches a lot of the Bravo shows.
Oh, yeah.
And they're so dramatic and they're so like heightened.
Yeah.
That the idea of just kind of sitting there watching it stone-faced is always kind of funny to me. It feels like you should be getting in. You should be gasping.
Yeah.
You should be like hooting and hollering.
I don't know how people don't hoot and holler, honestly. There's a lot going on. There's a lot of great TV out there and it's crazy.
So when you say you're really good at, you mean you're an active participant in the viewing.
Yeah.
You're and do you keep up with like everything that's on?
Yeah. There are a few different factors as to how I'm good at TV. So yes, I'm good at just watching it. I'm really taking it all in.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to, if you ask me to tell you what a show is, only if you want to know everything, I will give you the best breakdown. You won't even need to see the show, right? Okay, so I'm good at comprehending the show. Mm-hmm. I'm good at watching the shows that are popping off that are good, you know, because I have taste, all right? I'm not just going to watch fucking everything.
Yep.
But yes, of course, I'm all over White Lotus.
You should do a recap.
Yeah.
We were doing a recap pod at the start of the year.
Really?
And I'm so bad at it. I'll watch it like the night before.
Yeah.
And then we'll go through beat by beat and I'm like, I don't remember any of this.
Oh my God.
This is my job and I don't remember any of it.
That's terrible.
Yeah.
Well, my memory doesn't work too well either. But when it comes to TV and movies, although if I rewatch something, I don't remember anything that happens. That's nice.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I mean that is good. Yeah. That is good.
The best part that I'm really good at with TV though is watching TV and knowing who everyone is.
Oh yeah.
And I think this is just like, I think I'm one of those super recognizers, like the opposite of face blindness. Because I see a person and I go, they were an extra in season 2 of New Girl. And it might be autism, but
Yeah. The modern
so
TV
good at
landscape, it's an autist's paradise, isn't it?
honestly,
Everyone's
I'm having so
popping
much
up in
fun.
everything else. Yeah, that's what I've really liked about rewatching Industry is that like when you know the first like couple of episodes or something, you kind of like learning who the people are, and then going back and it's like it's cool having that context from the very get go.
Totally.
And in fact, there's a scene at the start of that show where 2 people get together, and I always thought it's this guy and he like fucks someone at a club. And I always thought it was one of the other main characters.
Yeah.
But it's just a random, as it turns out.
Right.
And so my whole first watch of the show, there's this girl that looks similar to this random girl that he fucks.
It's fucking
and
face
him and this girl
blindness.
in the show have this like, will they, won't they kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And at a certain point I'm going like, why are they acting like this when they've already fucked?
Yeah.
And then I'm watching it back, I'm like, oh, it's just a random person.
That's such a big thing to miss.
Yeah. Well, I didn't miss it. I got too much of it.
Yeah, it's a lack of comprehension.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what I'm talking about.
Exactly.
Okay?
Well, so speaking of lack of comprehension.
Yes.
You mentioned learning to drive
Yeah.
was not a great one for you.
Well, it wasn't that. I'm a great driver, especially now.
Yep.
But I was always a decent driver. I learnt manual because I'm a real girl, and you know things work a little differently in an auto car. There was a time when I was learning. I had only had my learners for a month or so, so I was like feeling very confident with myself.
Yep.
As you do. My dad was away for the weekend with his girlfriend, who I hated so much. But I had the house to
She's
myself.
farting up a storm. You're like,
Honestly.
get the procedure done, bitch.
Yeah,
I don't want
sorry.
to hear this.
This is not what my dad deserves. He deserves a closed asshole.
Dad, it's really hard to say this, but you got to sew her up, honestly. I'm sick of it. I've had enough.
I'm so into that. Yeah, I was not a fan. She was a bitch. But I also was just excited to have the house to myself, right? And so I wanted to have a fella over to have sex with in my house.
Okay, thank you for not dancing around
No,
that at all.
I refuse.
Leaving nothing to the imagination.
No, I wanted to
here.
have sex with the
That urge when you're
Teenage
like a kid,
boy.
when you're like parents are going away and you're like, this is so cool that I'm being trusted with this. Now, obviously, this would be great if this started to happen more and more.
Yep.
So I should do the right thing, and because that's the way to make that happen.
Yeah.
But what I do want to do is just fucking play up and have a party.
Yeah, I want to have a party. I did all of it. I had parties. I did the smoking the cigarette, like stealing the cigarette, smoking, like all of it. So this was one of them, and I wanted a boy over.
Yep.
And the really embarrassing part of this story is that although I was, you know, a pretty cute at this point, I wasn't a hot teen, but at this point I was like in this brief window of kind of being kind of cute.
Okay.
Right? This guy, big old nerd, big old dork, very sexy though. English, you know, it was something.
Okay.
Something was working for me, but like, you know, big guy.
Was this someone you were seeing, or this was just like,
no,
right?
my friend from the train.
Okay.
We had a flirty thing going, you know. It was like it was there was stuff there. But he's like a big nerd going to us like a big fat nerd going to a science school. So
Okay.
I don't want to toot my own horn, but I feel like it was a little bit like, hey, the invite is exciting.
Yep.
And he said to me, I'd love to come over and have you know, underage premarital sex with you.
He said that?
No, he didn't.
Oh, I was going to say.
I'm just trying to be not subtle here. Come on. I'm just trying to, you know, really be on.
Well, you're really painting a picture of him as like a big nerd. So I'm just imagining him like, I would love to have premarital underage sex. You're referring to yourself as having underage sex at that age. That's a good bit. Any 15-year-olds listening, only do it to other 15-year-olds. But that's funny stuff.
Oh, yeah. Only please.
That's funny stuff.
Well, he was like, yeah, I'd love to come over. Only if you can pick me up from the train station though, because I don't want to go for the walk. It was 5-10 minute walk from my house.
Damn.
And I was like, yeah, babe, obviously I need to get in with this guy.
Yeah.
I will do anything. And my dad's girlfriend, who I hate, her car is here. So I'm going to take that car. I'm going to pick you up from the train station.
Yeah,
We're going to get it on in like the worst way because it's like the second time ever for me. So this is going to be bad. But I'm going to do it. So
God, men are trash.
I know.
This guy has some baddie on the train being like, come round to my house and fuck me. And he's like, only if I can get a lift.
Thank you. It's insane. I'm sorry.
In his head, he's gone, it's not even like, he's gone, yeah, I've got the magic. I can fucking do whatever I want here.
It's a problem. I've given too many men too much confidence over my life. It's okay. I don't do it anymore. Thank God. If my boyfriend and I ever break up, though, he's going to walk out like he's a golden god.
Oh, yeah, he'll be walking. No lift for him.
Nope.
So you steal your dad's girlfriend's car?
Stole my dad's girlfriend's car, picked him up. Everything was fine. Everything was normal, pretty good. I did discover the next day that I hadn't been driving very well. I did drive the whole way with the handbrake on.
Great.
So that's like...
So hang on, so you only had your learners at this point?
I only had my learners, manual. Her car was auto. So then when it came to the next day, I obviously had to drop him back to the train station.
Yep.
He couldn't bear the walk. So I went to do so. And I got in this auto car. And when I backed out of the driveway, I kind of forgot that autos don't just do everything on their own. So even though I kind of nailed it the night before, not fully, the handbrake was on, still that day after, I guess I had that, beautiful post-fuck haze. What a magical night
Again,
happens.
thank you for not dancing around it.
I would never.
Yeah.
I backed out of the driveway. I forgot that autos don't do everything, so I kept backing out instead of I wanted to, accelerate forward, but I accelerated backwards, and I just kept going, oh no. And so I kept accelerating backwards, going, oh no, until I ran into a ute, the neighbor's ute, immediately freaked out. He's like, let me pull it back in. Fuck.
Are we still talking about the night before?
No, this is the next day.
This sounds like a metaphor. I'm going back. I'm going forward.
Oh my God. That's fucking yuck, okay? I would never be so dirty like that. I would never be so subtle like that.
Yeah, I was like, where'd the ute come from? Wow, this story went up a few notches. Sorry, yeah, you reverse into the neighbour's ute.
Reverse into the neighbour's ute.
Oh, Jesus.
He gets me out of the car so he can pull it in because he can fucking drive this whole time, whatever. He pulls the car in. I have a full-blown panic attack.
I bet.
A full-blown. He's then just standing there like, I guess I can.
Oh, maybe I will walk.
I can walk to the fucking train station, I guess.
It's actually not that far, I just realised.
Fucking asshole. So he walked, he left, and then I continued to have a panic attack because the neighbour came banging on the door, which I ignored. Which was probably the first red flag to a few things that I would continue. Just a few bad habits, bad at whatever.
No, I did that. I had like a party at my parents' house when they went away. And then, neighbours coming around and just hiding.
Hiding. Just sobbing and hiding.
Yeah.
Just horrible. And I called my little sister, because she was the naughty one. So I was like, you can help me here.
Yep.
And I was like, crash the car. She's like, I've got to tell mum. Her mum is my ex-stepmum.
Okay.
So not my mum.
Yep.
She takes the phone. She goes, Chloe, I'll sort it out. And I was like, really? And she's like, I'll sort it out, but you're going to have to tell your dad. But I'll come over. My mum was about to pick me up. She's like, go back to your mum's place. I'll sort it out. So she went over. The cops came. They pulled into the street as my mum's car and I were pulling out of the street. I was shitting myself thinking, I was like, I'm going to go to jail. This is the end of my life.
Yeah.
I went home. My mum, no idea. She's like, what is wrong with you? And I'm like, just having a panic attack. She's like, take some Valium because I take 2 Valium, pass the fuck out.
Yep.
Wake up. My ex-step, she's like, yeah, we sorted it out. They just went through my insurance. I said I did it. I don't think they really took that. I don't think they believe me, but they were like, it's fine, it's whatever. You got to tell your dad. And I told my dad, and I didn't even get grounded because they thought I was acting out because I hated his girlfriend.
Yeah. Were you telling them when they were like, why did you take the car? What did you say?
I said, oh, I didn't tell them about the boy. I said I just wanted to go for a drive. And so that's why they think they thought I was acting out.
Yeah, okay.
I didn't tell them.
I just took the car to Joyride.
Yeah. Not like I actually just really needed to get some.
Yeah. That's a relief. You know, when like, you know, people that have like a relationship with their parents where they're like really open about sex with their parents.
Mine's
from
definitely
like a young
too
age.
open.
Really?
Yeah. But not with Dad. Not till we got older.
Yeah, okay. And not with this dad's girlfriend that you didn't like.
Oh, fuck no. She doesn't get to hear about my sweet banging.
Well, that is something you mentioned. You mentioned that you've become a lot more like educated in like what, like sexual health, sexuality. So like, talk me through that. Like, where's that come from? Like in terms of something that you've learnt over your adult life?
Well, I mean, started in childhood and adolescence and stuff as well. But I was always just, I don't know, really interested in it. I think it probably was because my mum was very open about sexuality. Yeah. Like vibrator on the bedside table.
Really?
Yeah, nudie mum, like horrific, but also cool, I guess, in ways.
Yeah, I guess like it kind of all depends. I mean, it's funny. I don't think there's any like right or wrong way because you obviously
there are wrong ways. Well, there are illegal ways.
There are definitely wrong ways. Yes, there are wrong ways, but there are definitely like it. You kind of don't know until like your kid is like an adult, like what's been the right approach. You know, some people can have pretty repressed parents where they never talk about things and end up pretty fucked up over it, or they're fine. Or their parents can be very like open and share things and that instills a thing where they become very repressed because they're like scarred by hearing their parents talk about bonking.
Totally.
So it's kind of hard to know which is the right which is the right path to take.
Yeah, look, I had some issues with it in my own sexuality for a long time, for sure, because of I think a number of those things, like too much openness and then too much reliance on it, using sexuality for the wrong reasons and all of that.
Well, I mean, and the hard thing is like everyone's weird about it at a certain when they're younger. So it's like how much of it is like that's a result of how I was spoken to about it or experienced it around the house versus like. Yeah, you just have to fit, even if you are like completely educated on all of it, you're still going to be like awkward and weird about it when you're like,
I was never awkward.
20s.
I was fucking, no. Don't get me wrong. I was nailing it, okay?
Okay, sure. I'm speaking more broadly.
I hear you. But I mean, as far as the learning and like feeling knowledgeable on the subject, it was more so like when I started sex ed, I had my hand up straight up. You know, I had answers. I had learnt things. I was ahead of the class, like top of my class in sex ed, which is weird. It's a weird thing. I don't know why. I was very interested. And then things like the podcast we spoke about earlier, Guys We Fucked. Like there are these sex podcasts and just all of these different resources that I just found very interesting. And now I find myself, I'm like, really, it's not a strong interest because I'm like, you know, in a monogamous relationship and I also don't really love being sexualized by strangers on the internet, so I try not to talk about things like that too much. But whenever it actually comes up with friends or whatever, I'm like, oh, I actually have a really, really decent understanding of sexual health and functionality and the broad amount of topics that kind of fall under this umbrella, like sex work, fucking sex with disabilities, like all of these different things. So it's weird, but I guess it's interesting to me.
Yeah, it is so interesting, and like because I mean at my school we had like the most bare bones sex ed.
Yeah,
like,
right.
I reckon it was like one day of one science class.
Yep.
Classic like rolling the condom over the banana and and that's it. There was no like. You know, so I'm 38, so like
I was going to say
do the maths of like when I finished school in like 2004. So like, but you know, there was no conversations around like even things like consent and stuff.
Yeah,
that wasn't. It was like taught in a very like scientific way of like literally here's how the body works, here's how babies are made, here's what happens when that's happening. There was no kind of conversation around like the nuance of it or the emotion of it. It was just pure taught as like this is a biological thing that you have to learn.
Yeah.
And like the end.
I guess it makes more sense as well with that context why there have been so many resources and TV shows and movies and podcasts and books and fucking everything that really blew up.
Yeah.
like since then, because there were so many of us who were kind of like, but wait, what? I've got more questions.
Yeah.
So many.
So one last quick thing that I wanted to bring up. We've had so much. We've just been gas bagging along. I haven't had to check the notes all that often. But geography comes up on this show all the time.
Yeah,
that is the common link in everyone I talk to when I ask people, what don't you know anything about?
Really?
And I really think that's the thing that this is like my Nathan Fielder trying to fix the aviation industry.
Yeah.
Through this podcast, I'm learning that the education departments in regards to geography, they need to be doing a lot better.
Do not blame them. You have comedians on as guests.
True.
It's a specific type of person.
That's
okay?
true. No, I've heard a couple of musos.
They're the same.
Yeah, okay.
They're just as fucking
all
bad.
right.
I do the same shit. I have musos, actors, directors. No, they're all the
and
fucking
same. And you're in
same.
the bubble. Yeah.
Yep.
It is the same as being like, I can't believe this person, got elected. Everyone on my timeline says they hate them. And it's like, yeah, you're in a bubble.
Yeah.
But this is, your one's a doozy. You didn't even know where South Australia was.
I was like 18.
Yeah.
At a gig, death metal, being cool, being fucking cool, and flirting with the band of this gig. And they said, like, where are you guys from? They were like, Adelaide. And I said, oh, where's that? And they were like South Australia. And I said, like the south of Australia?
Yeah.
They looked at me real bad. Like, no, the state. And I was like, what? I kind of thought it just went Victoria, Western Australia. I don't know. I have no desire to learn. I mean, obviously I know South Australia exists now. And I've learnt more about geography from like desires to go places to gig, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, I have no desire to get
Man,
better.
the number of times I open up maps, I'm like, oh, wow, they're on the same continent? That's crazy.
Yeah. Well, this is funny because I think I bragged to you that I am also really good at navigating.
Oh, yeah.
So it's confusing.
Specifically in a Westfield, though, you did say.
I'm very good at a Westfield.
Yeah.
But in a car.
I can navigate. I'm not great, but I'm at my worst in a shopping centre.
Yeah, wow.
It's that real casino thing. No natural light.
Exactly.
No, like those ones that are designed in kind of a loop where there's stuff on either side, so you have no bearings.
Yeah, I mean, there are bearings. Just look for a landmark.
Stick to the left wall.
I think I love shopping so much.
Yeah, okay.
That's why I'm so good at it.
Yeah.
I know where Mecca is.
Yeah, okay.
I can feel it.
You got the nose for the bargains.
Yeah.
Well, Chloe, thank you for doing this. Thank you for welcoming me into your pillow fort to record my show.
Anytime.
Thank you for cutting time off your own podcast to do this.
It's so fun. People, they like it short. They want less of me. No, thank you for having me.
Thank you for doing it. And check out the friend request.
Yeah, do that.
CHLOE MADDREN there, the delightful CHLOE MADDREN. Loved that chat with her. And if there's anything in this episode that you would like to follow up on, have you ever stolen a relative's car in order to get laid? Did your parents scar you with some crazy lie about their life or how their body works? At How to Do Everything Podcast on Instagram is where you can contact me. As I mentioned up the top of the show, get on the Patreon, support the show, get the bonus episodes. The bonus episodes are a lot of fun, very silly, great guests on there, heaps more coming up. Excited for you guys to hear all of them. But until then, I will see you next time. Thank you very much for listening. Catch you soon, guys. Bye.